I did my insurance evaluation. Well, the girl was telling me, "Oh, I used to date your brother," she called him Jess, so I knew that was
That went
way back. Yeah. And so I'm like, "Well, hey, how are you married? Do you have kids?" And she's like, "I have 3 kids." And then then there was an awkward silence, and I could tell I'm like, she's getting teared up.
Uh-oh.
And she's like, I just met this person, and she's like, "Well, I'm not gonna say I'm married. We're going through problems, And so I'm like, and she got choked up. So I was like, okay. Because now I felt, talking about the presence of God, I felt I have to say something about Jesus in this moment. I don't know this person. She's upset. I know Jesus, and I know whatever she's going through, I know the solution. So I said, yep. I said, I think the older we get, it just becomes tougher for people to stay together. I said, that's why I like me and my wife. I said, we have nothing in common except Jesus. I said, but you know what I realized after 30 years? That's enough. Because he offers a place and a time to start over. I said, just think if you don't have forgiveness. Well, then she said, well, I go to church, And I said, great.
There's the money phrase. I go to church.
But that's why I'm telling this story. Because in her mind, she was thinking, well, I go to church. And I was more depicting something that happens every day in Jesus in a marriage. And I wasn't.
Who are you?
Yeah, I didn't know her situation, and I wasn't trying to judge her situation. I was just trying to get a little introduction of Jesus. And then I gave the follow-up point later, back when we started, fixed to do the urinalysis. That's when I got on the resurrection. I was like, well,
that will bind you to people, when you share a urinal stall. So
well, right.
I'm just saying.
And I thought I answered 150 questions no. So I'm in great health, but I'm not delusional enough to think that I'm not going to die. So I'm going to finish, because I talked about forgiveness with her. So I thought, I can't leave out the resurrection. So I said, look, tell you the truth, whether I get this insurance or not, I could care less. I said, because I'm all in on the resurrection.